Breaking news. Fulani herdsmen on the run as Mbise youths form vigilante group to chase them away from their holy land. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel/television this very moment. Today's date is 17th of July 2025, and I have a video for you. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important, I can assure you, my people. Fulani herdsmen on the run in Abombise as the youth of the community have gathered to do the needful. Now, I'm going to be explaining what happened in this video and what is happening currently in Abombise one by one. So I want you to take your time. We are not going to waste your time. I'm going to go straight to the point and play this video, and then we'll analyze it. But remember that a couple of days ago, there's a particular news that I released, which I was talking about how Fulani herdsmen terrorists invaded a place they called Obowo, whereby the news or the information came to the youths in Mbise, which they gathered in a place called Ahiara Junction, mobilized themselves, and then chased after the Fulani terrorists. That very news only came with a voice note, right? So now we have a video. We now have a video to prove it. You know, whenever I tell you something, you may think it's just a joke, or you may think it's concocted, or you may think it's a propaganda. But here, we don't do propaganda here. Anything I tell you is gospel. I can never say what I don't know or something that did not happen. I want you to know me with that. Originality and authenticity. You understand? Now, I want you to pay attention and see what Mbise youths have done. And then we will begin to connect the dots with the previous news. I want you to pay attention. Don't go nowhere, for we still have more in the kitchen.
Youth progress. Youth progress. Build the youth, build the nation. Scatter the youth, scatter the nation. Empower the youth, empower the nation. No youth, no nation. Because His Excellency, the Executive Chairman of Abombise, in the person of Barrister Alaribe. We greet you, sir, with due respect. We are trying to convey to you what we experienced this morning in our community. Today, our mothers, our sisters, our wives, they went to farm this morning, but surprisingly to us, they ran back to their various homes, giving us the reason that unknown persons, hoodlums, chased them away from their farm. So we immediately coordinate ourselves, the youth, as you can see, collaboration of the security of Obo. We have come right round our bush, starting from the university side, leading to the road to our stream. We trek a link way to Umogo Amozo in search of these hoodlums. As we are speaking, we had information that they have taken the road leading to Umukabe. We are still inside the bush, searching for them. And we have taken it within ourselves that no matter what happens, we must get to the root of this. CSO, you are here. You can as well say more about this, what you have experienced this morning.
Before we continue, I want to make it clear. This is not politics. So stop using the words of the Nigerian, newspapers. You must call them by their names, not just hoodlums or criminals. Of course, they are criminals, but you must call them by their names, by who they are. They are Fulani herdsmen terrorists, the fourth most dangerous terror groups in the world, official by World Terror Index. So you must call them by their names. Don't just tell us hoodlums, though I love what the second man did because he called them by their name. So, my people, let us continue listening and watch them.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, my able president. This is the youth president of Obovro. I am the chief security officer of Obovro and also the SA to the local government chairman. Executive chairman, please, this is Obovro. It happened that we are in a very strategic position in Abombise. We have a common boundary with Ohekelem. We have a common boundary with Amasa. And we have a common boundary with Amazon. Around these communities, we divided ourselves into three. As we are speaking here now, other groups are at our boundary with Ohekelem. Right now, we have covered our boundary with Amasa. We combed all the bush that related us with Umohi, Umukabe, and the Opala. So here we are now is our boundary with Amazon Wenkwo. We are now moving straight to these places. This morning, some group of herdsmen came here and chased away the women that come to farm this morning. And
You see that? He said this morning, some groups of herdsmen. I wanted him to put that word Fulani because there is no any other herdsmen if not those of the Fulani origin. Let me take it back a little.
This morning, some group of herdsmen came here and...
Did you hear him? This morning, some groups of herdsmen. Let's continue. Fulani herdsmen, of course.
Chase away the women that come to farm this morning. And the community youth president got the information. He contacted the security. And
he said they came and chased away women who have gone to farm to cultivate that morning. Let me take it back a little. We are
now moving straight to these places. This morning, some group of herdsmen came here and chased away the women that come to farm this morning. And the community youth president got the information. He contacted the security, and that is why we are here now, sir.
So, when the so-called group of herdsmen invaded that very place, chased away the women who went to the farm. And remember, they didn't just tell them to leave. They didn't just chase them away. It is because they have come there and started shooting. So their presence alone is a danger. Is a danger to the lives of our women and children. Because if they don't rape them, they will kidnap them or they will slaughter them. These are the characteristics of Fulani herdsmen terrorists. So they have to run for their lives and then inform the youths of the land. Let us continue.
Please, sir, we are calling on you to come and help us to beef up the securities in these villages. We stand in a very strategic position in Abombise. This road we are here now is their exit. Anytime they are coming from both from Ife, all side of Umbise, they will come to Amazon. From Amazon here, this road you are seeing here now leads straight to Ungopala, Tono. So please, sir, we are calling on you to come into our rescue. We need to defend ourselves. Notwithstanding the pressure, the youth are suffering a lot.
Did you hear that? That very word is very, very critical. If you are not a critical thinker and you are not there to understand what is going on, you wouldn't understand what they meant. That word is very serious. He said, no matter the pressure. Remember, the person they are addressing is probably the local government chairman. So if you do not pay attention, you wouldn't understand it. He said, no matter the pressure. Let's hear that again because I have something to say over that very, comment. Let's continue.
So please, sir, we are calling on you to come into our rescue. We need to defend ourselves. Notwithstanding the pressure, the youth are suffering a lot.
Notwithstanding the pressure, the youths are suffering a lot. Notwithstanding the pressure. He said, so, sir, he is addressing their chairman. So he's addressing to their superior who is in the politics. He said, notwithstanding the pressure. So do you know what they mean by this pressure? If you look at their arms, you see that they are armed with at least pump action. remember that Fulanis are coming with, AK-47 and other kinds of weapons, including RPGs. These are what Fulanis are armed with. So now, probably, their superior that they are addressing, be it the local government chairman, who has organized them and given them at least compassion in defense of their community against these Fulani terrorists. That man now is under pressure. That is what they meant. Notwithstanding the pressure, that is exactly what they meant. Anytime, any day, I will tell you the same thing. Even if you go there and interview this man, he will tell you Biafra Unite is right. The man who has organized them and given them this compassion is currently under pressure that you must not arm them to defend their land. You must allow them to be vulnerable so that Fulani terrorists from Sahel will come and overrun them. This is the order of the day, and that is the reason why the zoo security, whatever they call security in Nigeria, be it police or army, zoo security can never give security to the people in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, because there is an agenda. There is an agenda to invade, destroy, eliminate, and conquer, take over the entire land, and make sure that you dip your Quran in Atlantic Ocean. This agenda has been there for ages, and they believe that this is the time to accomplish all the goals. So if the man is under pressure, it's not new to me, because the local government chairman in Ářmŷ is also under pressure. In fact, he was arrested sometime in the past. I don't even know if he has been released. I don't know. This is why we need Biafra. Including those people in Abombise, because I know that Fulani herdsmen have so many camps in Abombise, which Biafra army will be looking into it very soon. So we need everybody to come and support the Biafra Liberation Army. You must come and support the Biafra Liberation Army financially, for you to be able to have proper security and make sure that Fulani terrorists are wiped away from Biafra land, for us to be free and live in peace.
Keeping late night, looking at the roads and everywhere. And as I'm talking to you, I've called the Sariki of Imo State. He's here to pick his call. I want to give him the information that he should please talk to the headers that is here. We don't want them anymore. They don't come here. They will come here and rape our women, rape our girls, rape our mothers, destroy the farmlands in the name that they are feeding their cows. So we don't want them any longer in this community. Please use your good office, please, sir. To contact the Sariki of Imo State. I will also call him to let him know that this community, we don't want their herdsmen any longer in this place.
There is no need of contacting the so-called Sariki. The so-called Sariki is also a terrorist. Everything that is happening with Fulani is orchestrated. It's a planned deal. It's an agenda. Why can't you understand it? It's an agenda. You said you call Sariki. Sariki did not pick call. Do you think Do you think he doesn't know why you are calling him? He knows. Or do you think he's not aware that his fellow Fulani terrorists, have a hit in your place? You think he's not aware? He knows. He knows that they are striking. And he knows where they are, in the bush. So there's no need of calling him. Do your job. And make sure arrest. There is nothing like arrest in this matter. Baba no far from afar. Don't arrest any of them, because once you arrest him and hand them over to police, they will be released in the next 12 hours, not in the next 24 hours. In the next 12 hours, they are free, if not 4 hours later. Once you leave, once you hand them over to the police and leave, the moment you are leaving there, they are being released immediately. It is an agenda. You heard the former governor of Kpai State stated it categorically clear in the public. It's an agenda. You arrest them, hand them over to the police, they are released immediately you are leaving the police premises. So be careful. Don't arrest any of them. Send them to judgment immediately. ASAP. Delay is dangerous. That's when they MFRS, they don't feel it because they know once you get them to police, they are being released in the next minute. So my people, but then and they if bunaka osisi bunaka the inferior to what they have. So ya gaziga kwado onwe ofuma. N'ụzọ ọdịnala kwado n'onwe ọfụma na anara agba aka achụ ife na-ata arụ. Kwado n'onwe ọfụma. But I still call all the people, including those from Mbise, whether you're living in homeland or in abroad, you must come together and support the liberation of Biafra. You must finance the Biafra Liberation Army for them to be able to do the needful and get rid of the terrorists from our land. Thank you, my people. Let me finish it and then Tosalo Numozia and make it go viral.
Because they are killing our people.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
and
sir.
God bless you. God bless Abom.
Breaking news, just in, court frees 24 IPOB members after 4 years of detention. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information on everything happening in Biafran territory. Yes, I came with a very good news today. Proud of you hours to the final judgment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which will be a historic one. The good news is already coming in. The zoo knows that they've been defeated, and every country is looking forward to tomorrow's case, which will be coming up in few hours. We'll be giving you back-to-back information on that. But the news coming to us currently, as I'm talking to you, is that the Federal High Court in Ebonyi State has released over 24 members of the indigenous people of Biafra that has been held for over 4 years. It is a very big news, a big one at that. Now let us give you this news in detail as the matter take come to us straight up. The news. A high court in Ebonyi State has ordered the release of 24 members of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, after they were held in detention for 4 years. The ruling on Thursday marks a significant development in the ongoing legal proceedings involving the group. The 24 IPOB members were discharged and acquitted by Justice I.P. Chima of Ebonyi State High Court. It was gathered that they were among the last batch of the IPOB detainees out of the 36 held since May 4, 2020. Meanwhile, their lawyer and human rights activist Ifeanyi Ejiofor confirmed their freedom in a statement titled "Justice Delayed but Never Denied." I hope we'll be getting the same information concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu later today. According to him, the ruling followed the preliminary objection, which highlighted the brazen violation of their fundamental rights, particularly the constitutionally guaranteed protection against double jeopardy enshrined under Section 36(9) of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Ejiofor said the sacred principle auto fois acquit stipulates that no person shall be tried again for an offense in respect of which they have previously been acquitted. And that is that on this important information. It is a good one. And let me tell you, that news is trending currently. It is trending currently. Yes, because a lot is going to come out from this news. But I want to read a very brief article. And I want you to listen to this particular article because the zoo will be on the spotlight. On the spotlight for the whole world to see their, atrocious way, their corruption. If they miss it, by keeping Nnamdi Kanu still in detention, there will be a lot of problems. I can assure you that. Forget about what you've known and how you've known the zoo, and how other international communities have failed to participate in the issue of the zoo government. and the activities of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court trial. Forget about how they've been handling it. But the reality is that something good is going to come out tomorrow. I can feel it all over my body. Yes, and I will be here to be the first to break the important news concerning the immediate release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because I know fully well that he will be released tomorrow. So there will be a great shout of joy in Biafra land. Please anticipate, because we'll be giving you that information back to back. Now let us go straight up to this important information. As IPOB have said, Nigeria is on a global spotlight, because the world will be watching and will be waiting for that final judgment in few hours. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has reminded the Nigerian judiciary of the implication of not adhering to a fair trial of its leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Spokesperson of the group, Emma Powerful, in a statement released to journalists, noted that the judiciary should be wary of the Kenyan High Court verdict as it comes as its trial of Kanu. Powerful said, at this pivotal juncture in the political and legal persecution of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is necessary to remind the bench, particularly the Honorable Court of Justice Omotosho, that the world is watching. With the recent courageous judgment of the Kenyan High Court declaring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's abduction and extraordinary rendition illegal under Kenya and international law, there is now a renewed global spotlight on how this case is being conducted in Nigeria. He went further. In his words, he said, the elephant in the room, which the federal government and its legal agent desperately avoid addressing, is this: how did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come to be before a federal high court in Abuja for alleged offenses purportedly committed in the United Kingdom and Kenya? This is a very critical question. You know that injustice, is one watchword of the zoo. But this time around, one thing I can promise you is that they are not going scot-free in this one. Emma Powerful went further to say in his words, the fundamental doctrine of double criminality enshrined in Section 70C's 1D 3 of the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022 strips this court of jurisdiction unless the Nigerian government can establish through the competent court in Kenya that the said offenses are also crimes under Kenya law. This is the legal threshold that must be crossed before Justice Omotosho can even contemplate entertaining the substance of the so-called charges. Instead, we are confronted with a judicial absurdity, one that calls into question the integrity of Nigeria's legal system. A man abducted at gunpoint, tortured, and smuggled into Nigeria in blatant violation of local and international law is now expected to answer to charges before a court that refuses to ask him the only question that matters: by what law and process did he get here? Powerful queried. He continued, attempt to lean on the Supreme Court's controversial ruling, which remitted the matter to the High Court, is a constitutional dead end. The Nigerian public and international legal community must now ask, on what Nigerian law did those justices base their decision that condones cross-border criminal abduction and torture? None. The truth is, no law in Nigeria supports abduction from foreign jurisdiction and forced presentation before a court without recourse to extradition to the satisfaction of the double criminality requirement. Let us also remind this nation of the case of Mohammed Diko. I remember that, he kidnapped from Niger Republic and rendition to Nigeria in violation of due process, in a ruling that still stands as a locus classicus. The Supreme Court of Nigeria held that no one should be kidnapped abroad and brought before a Nigerian court. Let me even, finalize this thing, because There is no need going deeper and deeper with so much grammars, clarifying something that is, real for everybody to see. The fact still remains, no matter how you want to look at it, no matter how, from any view, from any point whatsoever, you want to look at this high level of criminality, the fact still remains that Nigeria committed a crime against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from every ramifications of the law, both locally, both internationally, both domestic. Anyhow, if there is any extra law, let me know. That is just the truth. That is the fact. In fact, he has no business being tried, in this whole case. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have been long to release. Everything is pointing against the zoo government. But the big question is, will they continue, will the judiciary continue in its illegality, or will they stand out for once and speak the truth through justice or motosho? It is a very critical issue or decision or verdict, as the case may be tomorrow. But one thing is assured, a verdict and a judgment will be given concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we'll be here to break that information. Please go to the comment section and give your own input concerning this matter. Please make sure you share and also remind someone that they should stay tuned, because we'll be giving you the information of Nnamdi Kanu's court trial tomorrow. God bless you.